Ladies and gentlemen, let me break something down to you that most people overlook. How a man greets you. See, women always ask, Steve, how do I know he really likes me? How do I know he's serious? Baby, watch how he says hello. Let me tell you something, ladies, and I need you to really catch this. You want to know how deep a man is into you? You want to know if he's serious or just wasting your time? Forget all them long talks and pretty words. Just pay attention to how that man greets you. That's right, the greeting, that first moment, because that alone can tell you everything you need to know. See, a man's greeting, that little hey or what's up, that tells you exactly where you stand in his life. And if you've been overlooking that, you've been missing one of the biggest signs he's showing you. A greeting might seem like a small thing, but it's actually a powerful emotional checkpoint. It's raw, it's unfiltered, it's not rehearsed. That moment, before he's had time to put on any mask or craft any story, that's the real him. And in that moment, if he cares, if he truly values you, his heart is going to show up in his words, his eyes, and his energy. You'll feel it, even if he don't say much. You'll see it in how fast his face lights up when he sees you, in how his voice changes, and how the world fades just a little when you walk in. That's not an accident. That's emotional investment. Now, let me break this down. If a man greets you like you just another person in his day, like you ain't special, like it's routine, that tells you something. That tells you you're not on his mind like that. But if he greets you with warmth, if his body language opens up, if his smile is different when it's you, then trust and believe you matter to him. You are not just anybody. You are somebody to that man. His greeting becomes personal. It becomes intimate. And that is not something a man does for just anyone. Think about this. When you care about somebody and you've been waiting to see them all day, that moment when they show up, it means something. And you can't hide it. You don't want to. You want them to know they matter. That's what a man does when he's invested. His hello sounds like, there she is. It sounds like relief. It sounds like joy. He's been thinking about you, missing you, craving your presence. And that greeting becomes the outlet for all that built up emotion. It might not come out as poetry, but it's real. And you'll feel it before you hear it. Let me put it like this. Men are simple, but we're not blind. We know exactly how we feel. We just don't always say it directly, but we show it through actions, through energy. And that first greeting, that's one of the realest moments you're ever going to get. That's the moment he ain't polished, he ain't rehearsed, he's just reacting. And that reaction is either full of love or full of distance. And it don't lie. And ladies, please understand, when a man is crazy about you, he's anticipating that moment. He might not say it out loud, but he's waiting for that door to open. He's listening for your voice. And the moment you step into view, you change the entire rhythm of his day. That's what it feels like when someone loves you. That's what it sounds like. It's not just a high, it's a statement of value, of excitement, of presence. So the next time he says hello, don't just listen, look, watch, feel. Because that greeting, that first look, that first word, that first shift in his face, that's his heart showing up, even when he don't know how to say it with his mouth. That greeting is the truth. That's the emotion that can't lie. And if he greets you like you the best part of his day, it's because you are. Let me tell you something, ladies, because this one right here is powerful. You keep asking how you'll know when a man's really feeling you. Not when he's playing, not when he's trying to get something, but when he's really invested. And I'm going to tell you straight, it's not just what he says, it's how he says it. That's where the real truth lives. A man can talk a good game all day long, say everything you want to hear, but if you really want to know what's in his heart, you got to pay attention to his tone, his eyes, and the timing of his words. That stuff don't lie. See, when a man is into you, I mean really into you, his tone changes. It softens. It warms up. That rough edge he usually carries when he's talking to everybody else, it disappears when it's you. It ain't fake, it ain't forced, it just happens. There's a gentleness, a care in his voice. That's because you're not just anybody, you're important to him. He can be loud with his boys, sharp with his co-workers, but with you, it's like he's trying to wrap his words in something soft so they don't hurt you, like he's speaking from a different place. That ain't just talking, that's affection. And his eyes, girl, his eyes will tell you everything he can't find the words for. When a man greets you and his eyes don't leave yours, that's deep. That's focused attention. That's him being fully present. He's not checking his phone. He's not scanning the room. He's locked in on you because in that moment, you are his priority. A man who's in love with you don't just see you, he watches you. He reads your face. He's checking your energy, trying to see if you're okay, if you're smiling, if something's off. That's investment. That's emotion. That's real. Now let's talk about timing. The timing of how a man speaks to you, especially when he greets you, says a whole lot about where his mind is. When he's crazy about you, he don't wait for you to speak first. He's excited to connect. He can't hold it in. He walks in and the first thing out his mouth is your name. Hey, baby, there you go. Look at you. It comes out naturally without hesitation. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to wonder if he's happy to see you. His timing already told you. If he walks in a room and doesn't acknowledge you, doesn't light up, doesn't say something that shows you're on his mind, that's not love, that's distance. Ladies, y'all gotta learn to stop listening with just your ears and start feeling with your instincts. Because when you tune into his tone, his eyes, and his timing, you're gonna see things that words never reveal. A man can say, I love you every single day. But if his tone is flat, his eyes are cold, and he don't greet you like you matter, you ain't the one on his heart. But if he walks in, says your name like it's his favorite word, looks at you like you hung the moon, and speaks to you with a voice dipped in care, then, baby, that man is yours. That man is gone for you. It don't take a whole paragraph to know where you stand. Sometimes the entire truth lives in how a man says hello. And not just in the words, but in the feeling, the vibe, the presence behind those words. Real love don't hide behind what's up. Real love shows up in the warmth of, hey, baby, how you doing? Real love is in the pause between his steps when he sees you. It's in the brightness of his eye. It's in the way his voice cracks just a little when he's excited to see you, but don't know how to say it right. That's not just greeting, that's his heart on display. Now listen, ladies, I'm gonna put you up on some game that most women miss. See, you out here looking for signs, asking, is he serious? Is he in love? Is this real? But you overlooking the moment that gives it all away. It ain't always in what he says, Sometimes the loudest truth comes in the quietest gesture. I'm talking about the way he greets you. Yeah, the greeting. That first moment when you enter the room and his eyes find you, that split second. If he greets you like you just a regular part of his day, then that's how he sees you. But if he greets you like you are the highlight of his day, like everything just got better because you showed up, girl, that man is crazy about you. When a man truly sees you as the one, his whole energy shifts when he's in your presence. That greeting becomes more than just a hi. It's emotional, it's personal, it's full of meaning. Because to him, seeing you is like that moment when the sun comes out after it's been cloudy all day. You walk in and the room feels lighter. You don't even have to say anything yet. Your presence alone changes the temperature, and he feels that. So when he sees you, the way he lights up, the way he pauses, whatever he was doing, just to make sure he speaks to you, that's real. That greeting becomes a reflection of how important you are in his life. You ever seen a man's face just light up when a woman walks in? Like she's the answer to every problem he had that day? That's what I'm talking about. He might not say it in words, but that look says, I've been waiting to see you. That energy says, I was having a day, but now you're here and everything's better. He's not greeting you because it's polite. He's greeting you because he needs to, because you're the peace in his chaos. You're the calm in his storm. That hello, that's his soul talking. He don't need a script. He don't need to rehearse. He don't need a grand romantic speech. All he needs is that moment and you. When a man's in love with you, even a simple, hey, baby, feels different. It carries weight. It has depth. It feels like something's blooming inside him every time he sees you. And he don't greet anyone else like that. You're not just part of his day, you are the best part. And let me tell you, this ain't about how long you've been together or how many gifts he's given you. This is about emotional presence. When a man greets you like that, like you're his light, it means you live on his mind even when you're not around. It means he's thinking about you, he's checking for you, he's invested. You matter. A man who greets you like you're ordinary is treating you like a convenient. A man who greets you like you're extraordinary sees you as a blessing. You know why that greeting is so important? Because it's real time. He don't have time to fake. He don't have time to put on a mask. That first moment is instinct. So if he jumps up when he sees you, if he gets goofy, if he grins like a fool, if he drops whatever's in his hand just to walk up and give you that hug or that kiss, that's love in motion. That's what it looks like when you are the highlight of his day. And you can't teach that. You can't force that. That greeting don't come from charm or game. It comes from the heart, from the feeling he gets every time he lays eyes on you. So if you've got a man who lights up when you walk into the room, who greets you like your sunshine breaking through a storm, then trust me, you ain't just somebody to him. You are the moment he's been waiting for all day. Ladies, let me tell you something that most folks don't even realize, and it's real simple. When a man is truly in love with you, he doesn't always come across cool, smooth, and confident like in the movies. Nah, that's acting. In real life, love makes a man nervous. Love makes a man excited. Love makes a man real. That greeting you get from him, that moment when he first sees you after a long day, or even just a few hours, that's when you'll catch him off guard. When his guard drops and his truth shows. You want to see a man's heart? Watch him in those first few seconds when he lays eyes on the woman he's falling for. It's all in that reaction. See, when a man doesn't care, he's calm. He's casual. Everything feels the same. Hey, what's up? It's just a formality. He could say that to a stranger. But when he cares, when he really cares, his voice might crack a little. His eyes might dart around trying to find the right way to look at you. And sometimes he might even say something stupid. That's because you've got him nervous. The kind of nervous that only comes from loving somebody so much you're afraid of messing it up. You make him feel things he don't know how to explain, and that shows up in that very first hello. You ever had a man who couldn't stop smiling when he saw you, like he was trying to keep it cool, but his face betrayed him? That's not game. That's genuine. That's excitement. That man is glad to see you. His greeting isn't scripted. It's a reaction. It's something that comes straight from the gut. He ain't had time to think about it. He just saw you and his body responded before his brain could even catch up. That's how powerful real love is. It takes over. You become the moment he looks forward to. You walk in and suddenly his energy changes. He's fumbling, laughing too hard, maybe even saying something off just to make you laugh. Why? Because you make him feel alive. And when a man feels alive around you, you better believe that's love. And don't think just because a man is grown that he's got it all figured out when it comes to love. Some of the toughest, strongest, most confident men will melt in front of the woman they love. They'll get quiet. They'll get awkward. They'll start acting like they in high school again. That's not immaturity. That's emotional exposure. Love strips a man down to the rawest version of himself. He don't feel the need to act like somebody else around you. He just wants to show up as him. And even when he's nervous, even when he stumbles over his words or messes up what he meant to say, what matters is that he's showing you his authentic self. That's a gift. There's beauty in that excitement too. That sparkle in his eye, that little bounce in his step when he sees you, that's joy. That's him looking at you and thinking, there she is. That greeting carries weight because it's coming from a place of deep emotion. It's the combination of love and admiration and straight up gratitude that you're in his life. He ain't trying to impress you anymore. He just happy you exist. So when that man greets you and he's not smooth, not perfect, not polished, don't overthink it. Look at what's behind it. Look at the heart he's wearing on his sleeve, that nervous energy, that excitement in his voice, that comfort he finds just by being near you. That's not just him being friendly. That's him loving out loud without even realizing. Because when a man's in love with you, his greeting ain't a performance. It's a reflection of how deeply you've touched his soul. Let me tell you something, ladies. You've been taught to listen to words. And yeah, words matter, but when it comes to knowing how a man truly feels about you, you got to start watching what he shows you, not just what he tells you. Because the truth is, it's not always in what he says, it's in what you see. A man who is crazy about you won't just speak different. He'll be different when you're around. His whole energy shifts. His spirit changes. His face lights up. And that kind of glow, that don't come from pretending. That comes from love. You ever seen a man try to act cool, but he can't help but smile when you show up? He tries to play it off, tries to stay calm, but that grin creeps up on him like it's out of his control. That's because it is. That man didn't plan to light up like that. It just happened. That's his joy, his comfort, his admiration, all leaking out in that one simple reaction. You ain't